Hello there, and I'd like to start off where it all began 23 years ago on the unceded lands of the Musqueam Coyollichan Nation. I was born on Richmond resident right here. Well, I grew up mostly in Surrey on the unceded traditional lands of the Katsiye, Semiahmoo, and Kwantlen First Nation peoples. And I'm really fortunate to be born here and growing up in Canada. It's a blessing to grow up to be surrounded and embraced by a multicultural community. And throughout my lifetime, I was able to meet all of you here today. However, with that in mind, it all came at the expense of being separated from my roots, my elders, my family, who still live in Ilocos Norte and Pangasinan. It's always hard to be part of a diaspora, right? Especially a Filipino diaspora with not knowing much of the language anymore and the culture, and most specifically, not being able to see the people who raised you and who were there before you. As each year goes by, another person from my childhood, the whole precious memories and stories pass away, and I don't have the luxury to say goodbye. Most of them die to old age, thankfully. Many lose their life to violence. But sadly, the allure of death has always been a plague in my family, from my maternal grandmother to my dad's brothers, and even me. I have felt the pull of death and the allure of choosing how and taking my life in my own hands and ending it. Yeah. I've also lost a bunch of friends to suicide, and you never really stop grieving. Okay, funnily enough, now that I actually want to live my life, I got hit with a bunch of diagnoses and health complications. And since I started my adult life, I've been concerned with expanding my life expectancy and dodging more diagnoses and fearing the day that the doctor tells me the time I already have now is a lot more less than what they initially predicted. And I don't want to deal with cancer. I watched my mom struggle through that and other members of my family struggle through that, and it's not one of the ways I want to go. Well, like everyone else who is faced with mortality, I have to come to terms that my life isn't the easiest or the longest, but damn, is it gonna be the funnest. I don't want anyone to be sad at my funeral because I've watched too many people lose their loved ones and grieve over them. And there's something about still being alive and having your parents who are supposed to go before you struggle with the thought of losing another child too soon. Whoa, this is more rougher than I thought. Oh god. Anyway, because of religious beliefs, a lot of them have more of this fear in them because they don't believe that I'll end up in their afterlife, and because of, I guess, rules of the congregation, I'm not really allowed to visit the resting places of my loved ones or my ancestors. And that's been really rough on me. Yeah. I don't believe death is a permanent thing. Yeah. The body dies and the memories fade. And you, as you are now, just stop. They just stop existing. But the soul and the spirit still live on, and they find a new life, and they go through different cycles, whether you believe in an afterlife. The world that you used to live in still carries you forward. Your body feeds new life into the soil. Your blood flows back into the river. And your breath is shared with little ones taking their first. And the thought of you lives on in the minds of others. And the feelings you felt are felt by your loved ones. And in many of my dreams, I know that my voice will echo in yours too once I'm gone. And even if you don't ever have children, the features so unique to you are passed down and shared by the little ones blooming from the same branch you once sprouted from. When I finally die, I'll move on. When Lang finally dies, it's over for Leg. But my soul is eternal, and once more my spirit will go back and it will be one. Until I decide to split off once more and go off to another fun adventure. But until then, we'll keep adding pages to this story. Okay, enough sappy stuff. I know you are here for the well and to see what you inherit. I know that. So let's get to it. To everyone present, I leave you a taste of my art, as it is imbued with my spirit. To my mentors, we give due praise and credit for guiding this career of ours. To the members of the art collective, we leave you our capital values of community and collaboration. To my friends, we leave you with the honor of being members of our chosen family, and I hope to find you in my next life once more. To my fiends and my enemies, I leave you my forgiveness, and we hope you find peace and repentance. To the members of my blood family, you're not supposed to be here, dude. Dude, you save your money and your time and your tears for the real thing. All right, next. To my little babies, I leave you all my hope, my joy, and all my hard, cold cash. No one else gets it but you. Share it amongst you guys. No fighting over land. Okay. And lastly, to my lover, Vicent. You are my other half, my twin flame. And I've found you again, like I've done so many times before. It's time to pull the plug. Kill yourself. Kill yourself. We are starting back to square one. Alright, that's it. Bye.